girls, welcome to Tonitra's Garden. Today we are on a mission. I don't know why I'm smiling. I guess I'm just happy to be here. But today we are on a mission. Fire ants are taking over my okra plants. They are eating them down to nothing. And we have got to get it together. So I've got the goods. We are headed up here to see what type of damage they have done. You probably already know because I put it in my community board. I post on my community board pretty often. So I did let you guys know what was going on. And to my surprise, a lot of you are having the same issue. So we're gonna try to remedy this situation. Let's take a first look because from what I've read, they are most active in the morning. So let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you see all these flowers that are opening, they're going right to the base of the pod and they're just like feasting on the base of the pod. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, they're tearing up my okra before the flower even falls off. Let's see over here. Yep, they're all over all of them. There's not really anything on this one, so that's good. But yeah, this is the issue that I'm having in this raised bed. They're just devouring my poor little okra pods. So if you've been here for a while, you know that I was in a smaller urban area. That was my first garden and I always grew okra. I've always had good success growing okra, never had ant issues. So now that we're out here more on the countryside, I'm having pest issues. We're having ants, all types of ants. We have wasps, we have all types of stuff out here. This should be a fun ride. So we're gonna go ahead and try to treat these. I'm gonna show you what I got. Okay, so these are the goods. I got diatomaceous earth, and then I got these taro liquid ant baits. I've heard that both of these work well. I opted for the diatomaceous earth because it doesn't kill beneficial insects. You know, I love my butterflies. You can put it on your garden and it's going to be safe. So you can put it on the soil and it shouldn't harm your plant, but it kills them on contact. Now the taro, they eat the poison and then they take it back to the queen and then they all die, the colony dies. So I opted for those two just so that we could see if we could do this a more natural way. But if we can't, we gonna go a more get them all out of here way because I'm not gardening for nothing. So in this raised bed, I have about 12 plants in here. And that's a good thing because the more plants you have, the more chances of success you have with a couple of them. So I do have a couple of them that aren't getting eaten down so bad. Like these two at the ends are doing okay, but they are definitely getting to these middle ones for whatever reason, but the ones at the ends are actually doing okay. So I have like 4 that aren't getting eaten so bad out of the 12 plants. So yeah, this is what my okra bed looks like. They are finally setting fruit. I did plant these, I sowed these, I think the middle of July. And they were kind of stunted during the summer, and that surprised me because okra usually takes off in the summer, but I think because I started them late and they were such small plants that they got stunted. But now that the temperature has broke, they are starting to put on growth and we're starting to get pods. So I really don't want to miss out on okra this year. So let's do it. Okay, so I went and grabbed a cup because this diatomaceous earth is like a pure powder. So If you want to use a mask, go ahead, but this is not a tutorial. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna try whatever we can. So I think the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle some of this actually on top of the plant to kill. No, I'm gonna take a cup of this and sprinkle it at the base of each plant because I see them crawling up at the base of the plants. So that's what we're gonna do first. And you don't want to water your plant. I watered this plant last night, but you don't want to water because then it will not work. It's just powder, so it'll just wash away. And it is getting a little damp actually from watering last night, but I had to water because it gets so hot during the day. We'll just see how this goes. I'm hoping that this works because if this does not work, I'm not gonna have any okra. And I've never not had okra. So I'm a little sad that this is going on. But I'm happy that I'm not the only one dealing with this issue. So I'm gonna do this last one. Then I'll bring you in closer so you can see what this is looking like. I hope this doesn't kill my plants. It's saying it's safe, but we'll see. I'll take one for the team. Okay, let's go to the other side. Hey, girl. Okay. So we're gonna see how this does, and hopefully, you know what I did try that I didn't mention? I put tape around the base of the plants. I put it like backwards so that the sticky side was sticking out. And that actually did work for about a day. And then when I watered the plant, it eventually just stopped being sticky. So it actually did deter them because I was like, I want to do something natural. And that was one of the recommendations. So it did work, but eventually you will have to water your plant so the tape will no longer be sticky. Let me bring y'all in closer and get you in here. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. And you see that my soil is a little damp. So it is in some spots getting wet, but that's okay. But do you see the tape that I put on here? I put them on all of them. You can see it on that one. At the base, I just put some tape. So that's like a 1-day deterrent. But I just put a sprinkle of it at the base of every one of them. I have a couple more to do. It's kind of hard to get in here. But that's what it's looking like. On my community board, somebody commented, pests suck the fun out of gardening. And they really can. Like, I never even thought of it like that, but they really can make you like, okay, is this even worth it growing these for almost 4 months? But we're gonna try what we can try. Let's get back to this other side. See if I can do this with one hand. Yeah, this looks like some powdered sugar. Kind of scared to get in here with all these fire ants. There we go. Yeah, they're somewhere down in the soil at the base of these plants. They hear the fire alarms. Okay, so we've got the base of the plants done. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some along the tops of each of these plants, just so that it can kill the ones that are trying to feast on my okra. So we're gonna get y'all together. Okay. OMG, I don't wanna do this. Okay, so let's try it. I wish I had like a puffer or something, because they're all on the bottom of this plant. Okay. Hopefully this will work. Let's try this one. Yeah, they're like on the undersides as well. So if you can throw it on there. Oh, this is so sad. But we'll see. Okay, look at this one. Look at them scatter. They don't like that. I might be putting too much, but oh, the wind will blow. It'll blow some of it off. So what I did want to mention is when they're feasting on your pods, the pods will just eventually fall off. This one is still on there pretty tight, but they've just been falling off. So once they get to the base of this pod, it's like it's done. So don't let them get down to here. Okay, so hopefully this will do something. I think it will, because they don't like it. They're running off immediately. So try to get it on the stem and on the bottom leaves so that they can't crawl up. And I put them at the base as well. Okay, so that looks good to me. We're gonna see how this does. Okay. All right, so we have spread the powder all over the tops and kind of around the bases. Look at this. Ha 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 ha. So it does kill them on contact. They don't like it. Stay off my okra. Ooh, I missed these two. I mean, it did say put it at the base of the soil. But you know what? We're gonna experiment. Okay. I can wash this off. I just need them off of the plants themselves. Okay, so we did the diatomaceous earth. Now we're gonna go in with these little taro liquid ant baits. And I'm gonna do, let's see, we got 6 of these. I'm gonna do 2 of them and see what happens. So that's what they look like. I don't wanna break it. Okay, they just, ooh. Oh, okay. So that one broke apart, not the way that it should have. I don't know if you need scissors for this or what. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get some scissors. So I don't wanna waste it. So that's what it looks like. It's just clear liquid. I'm gonna put these where I see the ants are most active. And that's over on this side. So I'll put one on each side. I see a lot of activity over here, so we'll place this at the base of this one. Can you see my hand? We'll place it right there because I see them. Ooh, I don't want to waste it. So there we have it. Our baits are in place, and there's another one right over there. Whew, I'm breaking a little sweat out here. It's about 10 o'clock and it's starting to warm up. So we're gonna see how this works. The soil is kind of making the diatomaceous earth a little bit damp, but maybe it'll dry out during the day. So we'll just leave it be and I will keep you guys updated on what happens. Hopefully tomorrow morning I come out and there are no ants. We'll see. But I am sticky and powdery, so that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I'll keep you posted. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. If you need seeds, I have seeds in my seed shop for these specific plants. And I will see you in my next one. Keep blooming, Royals. Bye.